Sylvia Plath has always been known for her melancholic poetic expression. Plath's depressions and rages, her restlessness and feeling of entrapment seem appropriate in her poetry. But sometimes she had fits of joyous positive current. And in this very mood, she wrote the poem Morning Song. The poem is an expression of love of a mother for her newly born child. Love set you going like a fat gold watch. The midwife slapped your foot soles, and your bald cry took its place among the elements. Our voices echo magnifying your arrival, new statue. In a drafty museum, your nakedness shadows our safety. We stand round blankly as walls. I am no more your mother than the cloud that distills a mirror to reflect its own slow. Through these lines, we can imagine that a newly born child has come to the world, and these are the expressions of a newly mom. Sylvia Plath in this poem addresses the newborn child and expresses her aggressive feelings against all the menfolk, or at least the human beings. The poem is written on the basis of feelings rather than thoughts. Oh, this is very strange that in this very happy mood, she is showing her aggression against the menfolk, because she throughout the life had a regret of her biological destiny, and ultimately she could not escape this biological destiny, though the child is the outcome of the love. These lines contain the surrounding expressions on the childbirth. The poetess gives us a sensitive comprehension of the situation. She has to take help of the unexpected comparisons. These lines also carry some kind of ambiguity resulted out of the too personal presentation of an experience. For example, the words your nakedness shadows our safety are too personal to understand for a common reader. Another expression or comparison of this kind is the standing of the attendants around the newborn child blankly as walls. This is also very strange that she is calling her child as a new statue in the museum. And we all know that statues are senseless and lifeless. The first cry of the child has been listened by the nature too. A fat gold watch. In the first line of the poem, it is a simile, and this is the simile of time. The whole poem has been addressed to her son Nicholas. The word new statue in the fourth line is again a simile. When Sylvia Plath says, I am no more your mother, this is again a desire for transformation. She compares herself with a cloud that distills. She is comparing herself with the clouds. आप आसान ज़बान में कह सकते हैं कि जिस तरह बादल खुद बारिश बरसाने के बाद ख़त्म हो जाते हैं, लिहाजा मैंने तुम्हें पैदा किया, अब मेरा काम ख़त्म. It seems that after giving the birth to this child, now she has become a disclaimer. Now the question arises, who will save the child and who will bring up the child? This is also very tragic that after the birth of this child, only after 8 months she committed suicide. And she didn't even think about her kids, even for a second. Let's move toward the next lines. Effacement at the wind's hand, all night your moth breath flickers among the flat pink roses. I wake to listen. A far sea moves in my ears. The very word effacement gives a sense of annihilation, destruction, dissolution, and hence death. Wind in this line has also been personified. It has been personified as nature. It shows the element of nature which is also destructive. In these lines, we can find a clear-cut expression of suicide, which she had committed only after the 8 months of this childbirth. In the very next line, there is a mood swing. She says, all night your moth breath flickers among the flat pink roses. This is a purely motherly expression, that she wakes up the whole night just to listen to the soft breath of her little child. To feel the presence of her child near her is at once strange and solacing for a mother. These lines give a conscious, sensitive attachment of a mother to her child. It seems that Sylvia Plath's mood is changing and swinging from one expression to another. For example, the moth breath of the child now has become a far sea which moves, and she listens to the sound of the sea in her ears. Now moth is a soft and a very small insect, while sea is furious and a destructive element of nature. The comparison between these two is very strange. Let's move ahead. One cry and I stumbled from bed, cow heavy and floral in my Victorian nightgown. Your mouth opens clean as a cat's. The window square whitens and swallows its dull stars. And now you try your handful of notes. These clear vowels rise like balloons. The poem is remarkable for its innovative imagery. All the images are unconventional and unique. The son who has come into this world, and the factor behind it is love, which is a procreatory force. All human actions are motivated by the instinct of eros. Window square whitens. It means that now the night has come to an end and it is dawn. The sun has come out of the clouds. Vowels here, vowels is a very important word. It means the sound of an infant, like a, e, u. These sounds here are called like vowels, and they are emitted just like the balloons in the air. In these lines, we find a perfect conclusion of the feelings born in a mother seeing her child just after the delivery. We feel no other possibility of finishing a poem except the rising of clear vowels like balloons. The attachment of a mother to her child has always been mysterious in the history of senses. The lines give us a full expression of that attachment. The cry of a child makes his mother stumble in the bed, and she forgets the delivery pain and everything which she has borne on her body. And she hastens to him without any conscious understanding of a reason of a cry. The quality of the poem lies in the purity of motherly expression. We feel the sincerity of a mother running through the poem without any logical reason, as in actual life we find no logical reason of this sincerity. Sylvia Plath was torn between burning desire for love and equally flaming thirst for revenge. Her desire for love originated from her unrequited love for her father and from her mother. The birth of her brother diverted all the mother's attention towards him. Plath felt deprived. Her acute sensitivity developed into hatred for her parents. Her personality was torn between two passions, as she says. It is as if my life were magically run by two electric currents, joyous positive and despairing negative. Whichever is running at the moment dominates my life, floods it. Thus, her poetry may be divided into two kinds. The first written under the joyous positive spell, and second under the despairing negative mood. This poem belongs to the first type, though sometimes the two types merge inseparably into one poem. There are so many images in the poem which show her despair, her desire for love, her thirst for revenge, and a desire for death too.